Hello, hey, how you doing? Ryan J here. I'm gonna be talking about not tax brackets, the difference between a W-2 employee that pays taxes and a business. If you operate a big business or a home-based business, or, well, one of my examples is gonna be Amazon and taxes. All right, so where does this information come from? Okay, first off, I just want to say that I am not. What is going on? Whatever. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. I'm not a tax expert, and do not take tax advice from me. I'm not a certified public accountant or anything like that. To get true information, of course, consult your accountant or tax professional. I got one. I use them all the time, every single year. All right. Another thing is this information comes from Courtney Epps, and I took a whole bunch of notes. I had the pleasure of listening to her this weekend when I was on, it was an entrepreneurial summit. So World Summit thing and all day training. And she was one of the speakers, and I took notes on her. And these are so interesting. So interesting. One of the stats she said was pre-pandemic, not where we are now, that over half of all Americans didn't have $1,000 in the bank or liquid. All right, over half of Americans, not a grand. And that was pre-pandemic. Now we're still in the midst of it, and I think I read on the headlines of the paper there's 250,000 more cases in Minnesota, like this weekend. So whatever. All right, I mean, not whatever. Shoot. So as a W-2 employee, all right, you're gonna go to your job, you punch in, you do the work, you're paid more than likely. You're gonna trade $1 or 1 hour for X amount of dollar amount. You're paid by the hour. Then at the end of it, at the end of the week or 2 week period or whatever the payroll is, all right, then the government takes their 30% or whatever tax bracket you're in, the government automatically takes that even before you get to spend it. Okay, as a business owner now, so that's like generally pretty much everybody is a W-2 employee. Cool. Not talking about jobs here. I'm not bashing jobs or anything like that. We're just strictly talking taxes. Now, as a business owner, I have expenses. I spend a lot of money. I'm making a lot of money. All right. At that point in time, I'm not paying taxes quite yet. Okay. The government and the tax system allows me to spend money, allows me to spend. Then they ask me to report it, whether quarterly, annually, however I choose to do it. And then I pay my taxes. So I've had my lump of money. I've been able to spend it as I see fit and according to needs and, business operation or my household or, rent and insurance and all the expenses. I'm able to pay that first. Then I'm taxed on what's left over. Okay, cool. So with that type of system, when you hear of a company like Amazon that is a gazillion dollar a year company, but they didn't pay any taxes, you're like, Well, how is that possible that Amazon can make all this money and not pay taxes? That doesn't seem fair. Okay, well, with that statement, yeah, maybe they should pay taxes. But if we look at the records and how the system is in place, they have expenditures. So you might have noticed a whole bunch of Amazon trucks running around these days. They have had to pay for those trucks. So that comes out of their, gazillion dollars. All right. And then they bought, I don't know, however many millions of dollars worth of trucks. That is subtracted from their tax burden. Okay. So is their insurance. So is the gas. So is everything, like, going into just that new unit of the trucks. Plus, they're always upgrading software and making our lives better. So those expenditures are taken off their tax burden. Following? Are you tracking with me here? All right. So that's the benefit of owning and operating a business, is that the government has this set up for companies such as Amazon. Well, what about the little guy? The same rules apply to me. The same rules. Now, I'm not a gazillion-dollar company, but the same rules apply to me. Now, I can write off, all right, here. I can write off living expenses. I can write off medical bills, medical insurance, business use of my home, business use of vehicle, the insurance tied to that as well. All those are write-offs. Mortgage interest, write-off. And so those are deductions that, or write-offs that I'm paying for anyway. I'm already paying for it but by owning and operating a small business out of my home, I'm able to deduct that. Okay? So prior, when I was a W-2 employee, those are the same expenses I'd have to pay. Have to pay for living expenses, my medical bills, my insurance, the use of my house, the use of my vehicle. I'm paying for that. By simply owning and operating a home-based business, regardless if you sell $1 of product, you're able to take those deductions. Now, those deductions end up being, on average, per person, just for owning a home-based business, $7,580 worth of deductions that you can take legally. And that's like selling $1 worth of stuff. All you have to do is make an effort to sell products or provide a service. They're looking for the effort, and we'll give you those tax breaks, because in hopes that your business does take off and it does thrive. Then when you're thriving, you'll be able to hire people, then pay their what would it be called? Okay, regardless, you're hiring people. If you're hiring people, you're creating jobs, you're creating service, you're creating value. So that's why you get the benefit, the tax benefits. The government is hoping that you succeed. So take the benefits, open a home-based business. All right, what else? Oh, let's go back to that $7,580 figure. If you're a W-2 employee and you get paid by the hour, that means you would have to have a $3.79 per hour raise times 2,000 hours makes $7,580. That's the raise that you would need to offset the balance in savings of just owning and operating a small home-based business. So the tax benefits alone make the case for owning and operating a home-based business highly in your favor. And especially with what's going on right now in the pandemic, and maybe you're hoping for your job to open back up, or you're on unemployment. Well, that only lasts so long. Being in control of your own finances and being responsible for your own economy has never been more self-evident than it is right now within the last 6 months. Agree? Yeah, that's about the notes of it. Oh, hey, here's a cool quote. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. It's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep. And by owning and operating a small home-based business, you're able to keep more and spend more than be taxed on it. All right, if this information was helpful for you and you liked it, cool, because this week, coming up, starting Thursday, I'm going to be doing a 5-day challenge or coaching and training on how to start making money from home right now, and it all is centered around home-based business. All right, get at me in the comments if you would like, if you'd like me to notify you of when this challenge takes place. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. I hope I provided some value. Make it an epic day. Bye.